Hello, my name is Becky and I'm one of the vice principals here at St Clare's. And today I am speaking to David Harris, who is our head of mathematics. And David is poised to retire after 19 years of service at St Clare's. So we're going to talk a little bit about his time here and his reflections. David, do you want to start by telling us when you first joined St Clare's and how the school has changed in your time here?
Okay, it was August 2006 that I arrived here. How has it changed? Well, some things have remained constant, the amazing students, the mission of the school to advance international education understanding. And then there's things that have really changed. When I came, attendance and bi-weekly reports tracking was all done on paper, bits of paper passed around. Integration of technology in our management systems is a big thing, a big change. The way knowledge has been shared with technology is a big change. But I think a constant is just the vibrancy of the classroom, the international learning environment.
Fantastic. So it sounds like the kind of fundamentals in lots of ways are the same. In terms of your kind of teaching style and approach, you've been involved with teacher training and working with other professionals outside St Clare's, as well as obviously having many, many maths classes here. Do you think your own style has evolved? And if so, is it just technologically or have you evolved in other ways?
One of the great things about teaching at St Clare's is you learn so much from the students and the challenges they throw your way. It's so fascinating. So you try to respond to these challenges and try to be, the best you can, the best version of yourself. I think, how's my teaching evolved? Well, I've always loved using technology as a tool for inquiry, so I've kept on doing that. I think finally I've cracked the puzzle of trying to teach thinking skills for problem solving, because every year the students were wanting this, and I think I found a way to do that. So my teaching has evolved there.
Yeah, fantastic. And in terms of life outside the classroom, you've been involved in extracurricular activities, trips, study visits. Do any of them stand out?
I think one that happened just the other week really stands out. The Women in STEM event organised at Oxford University, Exeter College by IB19 student Rhea. That was a fantastic day because you could really see the transformative power of education right there. So we had a former student leading the event, attended by current students, featuring presentations by top world-class female academics. So it was all there in that one day, a fantastic event. Maths competitions, we've had a big involvement with that. The M3 challenge, I really love. And I'm always amazed that St Clair students step up to that challenge. It's 14 hours non-stop on a very challenging real-world context they have to model and present a formal paper, but they do it. Those things stand out.
Fabulous. And in terms of your own personal accomplishments, is there anything that you're particularly proud of or that you come back to as a favourite memory?
Okay. Well, right at the beginning, all the maths teachers were new when I arrived. Okay, so I had to mould a department from ground zero, and that went well. We were successful, so I'm quite proud of that. Big challenge. And then, of course, the COVID years, that was the biggest challenge, I would say, because we were rolling out 4 brand new courses right in the teeth of the pandemic with no mitigations. We had to teach the whole curriculum. And this was a challenge that none of us could have ever imagined, and we met it. We did well. The students got a great deal. On a more personal note, being allowed to take part in the TEDx youth event, despite not being youthful, that was an incredible experience because for a teacher to have his students as the peer group, that was really profound. Quite scary.
Yeah, it's a great leveler, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
Because when they're on the stage being great, then you have to get up there and try to put your best foot forward. But that was an amazing experience.
Yeah, fantastic. And in terms of, this is maybe a bittersweet question, but in terms of what you'd like to be remembered for next year and going forward in the future of St Clare's, what would you hope that would look like? Is it something that your colleagues will bear in mind about you, an impression left on the department, or obviously on the young people and the students?
Well, I don't know. Maybe patience. I hope creativity.
Yeah.
I try to be creative. I try to take risks from time to time. I think, students knowing that you believe in them, I hope that stays.
And that connects, I think that maybe answers the next question a little bit. So when you've worked with students and they've been members of your class, are there any particular lessons or values that you want them to take with them personally, inspired by learning in that particular setting?
Yeah, I think having an open mind to new challenges, trying to use the thinking skills, problem-solving skills that I've tried to put across, listening to each other with, acknowledging different perspectives, different ways of learning. I think those are lessons that are hand in hand with teaching and learning of mathematics, but they're other qualities. So I hope those will stay in the students as they go on.
And in terms of the teaching element of that, then I suppose the same question really. If you were to meet a teacher now at the beginning of their career, is there anything that you would say in terms of words of wisdom and I guess in terms of approach?
I think teaching affords you the possibilities of great journeys, which you should not try to limit yourself in, and you should follow passions and your own creative instincts. Anyone that tells you in teaching that they have all the answers is looking in the wrong places. So I think that's what I'd say. Try to follow the lead of your curiosity, your passions, and in forming your own journey.
And I think we've mentioned before that I think it's a very bittersweet kind of moment for you. When, you're kind of going ahead into the years from now, what do you think you'll particularly miss about St Clare's?
Well, the easy answer would be to say everything,
Yeah.
The colleagues and everything. But it really is the students. The students here really amaze me. And they are my inspiration in many ways.
Yeah. Okay, so to end on a positive note, because obviously this is bittersweet and it's a huge professional and personal milestone. Is there anything that you are really excited about in terms of retirement? You're going to have time, scope for other adventures. What's the plan?
Okay. I'd like to finally learn a language properly. I'm amazed that, so many of my students can speak multiple languages, so I'm going to study Spanish a bit more. I used to do a lot of photography and I was quite proud of some of the stuff I came up with, so I would like to get back into photography. I'm going to continue writing about maths, I hope. But I think most of all, the most important thing is spending more time with family.
Absolutely. Fantastic. Yeah. And we're hoping that this video and this interview will reach a community of people that have been taught by you, have known you as students, even if now they're kind of into adulthood and having their own adventures outside St Clare's. Is there anything you'd like to say to them in closing? You know, if they were to come across this video and see you at this particular point, what would you say?
Oh, I think I'd say thanks for the memories.
Yeah. Fantastic. David, thank you so much. And, you know, I think lots of us are looking forward to seeing what happens next, and also navigating what would obviously be quite a mixed emotional journey in the next few weeks. But thank you very much.
Thank you.